comes to it.
And the ideas come from the MIT people at Sloan and their distributed leadership model. Now, what they seem to me to be saying is that the authentic leader behaves in a way that's rather like your signature. You can't forge it.
Right.
And it's very important for people to find their own
Yes.
authentic self in the way they deal with other people, and that becomes their signature.
Yeah.
And other people know what's authentic, even if you don't. And conversely, if you're a bit of a phony,
Yeah.
at some level, you can't conceal what is your authentic leadership style.
I
So
think
the
that's
mandrill
spot on.
can be friendly to a
Yeah.
degree, but as you said, if something goes wrong, then they flip back into their
Right.
authentic style, which is a bastard.
Yeah. But you know,
Maybe.
that's really interesting because I've never looked at it that way. I always, when I've read the articles around it, it always seems to me that it's just what leadership is, sort of thing, which I think is. But I always teach that the way I try to get people and help them educate is to find their self and be true to their own comfortable way of working.
That's right.
Now I do that through everything that I do. I say that is exactly what. So I'm actually endorsing what you say, the authentic. Because when I'm trying to help people, mentor people to be teachers and so on, I said to them, you can look at all these other styles, you can look at what other people do, but at the end of the day, you've got to decide what you're comfortable with.
That's right.
And it doesn't matter whether in our terms, a mandrill or an elephant, you will be respected and right because you're true to what you are. So mandrills can actually be seen as very, very effective leaders because the authentic bit, I like that. Yeah.
But Susan always says that you lead from where you are.
Exactly.
And so I think she'd already had this idea of authentic leadership in her own program before we came across the Sloan material.
There's an area we could do something on, I think, because that's very much within, if you look at it, conceptualise it that way, I think that's exactly it, yeah.
I think the difficulty is that it's awfully close to the universal verities. So what we've rediscovered is at least 3,000 years old about an Aristotelian view of how the world should be and the elite and so on.
Yes.
And it's certainly fed into a lot of the self-help stuff that you find on the American shelves and the airport leadership stuff and Johnson and so on. The 1 Minute Manager.
Yes, sorry,
It is Johnson, isn't it?
no, it's Blanchard, isn't it?
Yeah, Blanchard and Johnson.
Is it Blanchard Johnson? Yeah, probably.
Well, if it isn't, we'll take this whole bloody thing out.
Well, it's so long since I did the 1 Minute Manager stuff that I can't remember who the other one was. You could well be right.
Well, I'm thinking is that we always ask the students what's their favourite book, and we always get back stuff like Who Stole My Cheese?
Yes.
And there's one that's coming out from our African students called Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Oh, right.
So I think this is an African airport book.
They're like Freakonomics and all these sorts of things as well.
Well, I'd like to think he was as strong as that. But
Poor Dad.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Rich Dad. So watch out for it. You heard it here first.
I will, yeah.
I think we'll stop with that one.